can't handle none of this. I want to hurt myself. Lost some in the big night. Just a touch of your skin, creeping in the background, blowing on the wind. I'll sleep until morning through a crack in time. I am going nowhere. I am far away. Angels and his demons, many souls to save. So it's safer in the shadows, where fewer eyes can see. Wish I could get away from here, someplace out of reach.
Hello. Ah, welcome back to uh well, Syberia. I was trying to think of what the name of the town is and I totally don't remember. Um Hi Barry. um, let's see here. Do I have like I need to read the rest of this diary. Hi Itzel. Welcome. Um Oh, how do I look at these? Oh, I gotta swap to consult. Okay. Vorarlberg. Vorarlberg's not the name of. Vorarlberg's the name of the family. Okay. Uh, do, 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 do. Uh, Valladolid. That's what it is. Valladolid. Okay. So let's see. Let's recap. Uh, we're playing this character is named Kate Walker, who is a lawyer from New York City, I believe. And we're here in Valladolid, which is in the Alps. And I think it's supposed to be in France, maybe, because the developer is French, but it's kind of vague. Um, and we're here to secure mega corporations purchase the Universal Toy Company, who has a monopoly on the toy market, to purchase this company called Vorarlberg Manufacturing from its elderly owner, Anna Vorarlberg. Except we found out when we got here that she's dead. She's just died, which was fine. We had prepared paperwork for that, except there is actually another Vorarlberg who stands to inherit the company, which was a secret, which is her brother, who was supposed to be have died a long time ago. And they make robots, is what they make, but they're not called robots, and they're not electric. They're all purely mechanical. And they call them automatons. And we met a friendly automaton who's set up to run a train to somewhere far away, presumably Syberia, which is where Anna's long lost brother is. Somewhere in Syberia. I think that's the main, and we started reading this last time, and then we got like partway through it, and then the Twitch connection crapped out. But basically, what's his actual name? I don't remember what the brother's name is. Hans. Okay. All right. Hans and Anna. Hans Vorarlberg had an accident when he was a kid, like hit his head in a cave, and he didn't. It caused some kind of, I guess, brain damage. Basically, it's sort of weird, disability or mental, like neurodivergent, sort of. It's not handled particularly well. Not surprising. But basically, is their dad was very upset about it, and eventually Hans left, and their dad made Anna tell everyone that Hans was dead. uh, let's see here. Um, let's see where did we finish off reading this? Because I think there is important information in here, as much as there's a lot of text in here. But this is adventure games, or at least certain kinds of adventure games. Um, 1 year's gone by. Okay, I think this is about where we were. when we were reading this diary. This deceased old lady's diary that she did not give to us. We also broke into her house. That's where we currently are. Um, Situation shows no signs of improvement, neither in terms of Hans' mental health or father's attitude towards him. Extraordinary father decided to take Hans to Paris for new tests. He says that only in the French capital. Yeah, so they must be in France, right? Since they're, I guess, I mean, he does say the French capital, but I'm assuming they're in France. Find truly competent doctors who must make Hans ready for the great expedition. This is 1931. And this takes place in, like, where we are, or when we are currently, is the present when this game was released, which is like 2001. No news from father and Hans, but I remain hopeful. I'm sure they'll take good care of my little brother. July 15th, they returned. Hans rested in my arms and started crying. It took me a long time to calm him down and get him to sleep. Father is still as taciturn as he was before he left. French doctors have confirmed the diagnosis. Hans will remain physically and mentally impaired. I'm stunned. August 28th. The summer is coming to a close. It has been less stifling than last. The sun has put color in Hans' cheeks. When I look at him, I have difficulty imagining that he will not change. November 16th. Father still says nothing and increasingly shuts himself away in his office at the factory. Gertrude tells me that love and faith triumph over any science. I lack neither. God be praised. Father took Hans to the factory that morning. Hans was so afraid that I accompanied them. Fortunately, Father said nothing. I failed to understand why he insists on bringing him there. Father left the factory with Hans once again this morning. I think he means to persuade Hans that he could be useful for something. It's his way of resisting fate. For a month now, every morning Hans has gone to work with Father at the factory. I'm not exactly sure what he does there, but he seems to enjoy it. I feel my brother's behavior has changed considerably. He is much less capricious. Hans has made me a present. A small robot mammoth with a trunk that... A robot mammoth? Also, is robot even... Is this the one situation where robot like would actually make less sense to call it because it's 1932? A robot mammoth with a trunk that rises and falls. When Father saw it, he nodded his head in satisfaction. Yeah, there was something with a mammoth in the cave. Um, yeah. A marvelous cavern, prehistoric man. I know I hate mammoths now. Yeah. So there was something in the cave with okay. Father saw it. He nodded his head in satisfaction. Both Gertrude and Father now have their own robot mammoths. Theirs are even more intricate and finely tuned. The little brother is not such a... After all, Hans' mammoths now walk. He's proven his utility to to be able to produce things that could be made sold as toys. Great. Hans' mammoths now walks, raise their trunks, and wag their tails. It's incredible. Yeah, he's not in Utah, exactly, Mary. Yep. I met the head of the factory workshop, Mr. Grips, this morning. He says that for a young lad of 12, Hans is very gifted. It's a shame he only makes elephants. Father and Hans were locked in a long discussion yesterday, or should I say Hans was locked in one of Father's long monologues, since it is inconceivable that Hans should go to school like other children. Father wants to take him on as a worker at the factory. However, Hans will have to stop making his own little devices. Hans silenced his half-gaping mouth and staring eyes, finally sent Father off in a rage. Ugh. Tried to broach the subject with Hans. They suggest he should obey Father. Fuck you! Learning a craft at the factory is his one chance to do something constructive with his life. Fuck you! He's so gifted and takes so much pleasure in making automatons. He did look like he wasn't listening to me, but I know he'll think about what I said. It's not that Hans cannot speak, it's rather that he doesn't want to speak. He uses the least possible words for communication, except with me, but he's still very economical with words. Incredible! Hans is not just satisfied with learning how the assembly line works, instead he has completely redesigned it. Father and Monsieur Monsieur Grips are taking a serious look at his plans. Father has wanted to talk to me about my future since I passed my exams. He wants to send me to university because he says my intelligence is astounding. My heart was beating so loud. It is true I do love studying, but I couldn't bear to be away from Hans. What a ghastly summer. I have been permanently torn between my desire to go to university and my refusal to leave my brother. Talked about it with Hans, but he said nothing. The same evening, I found my own little mammoth broken. Oh. Hans had another fit of hysterics at dinner again. Father announced that Hans' new assembly line would soon be finished. However, they have removed the automaton parrots that shout orders as they were deemed to be superfluous. Hans was livid. He hurled his soup dish to the ground and stormed off to his bedroom. What will happen between the both of them when I am not here? Despite my scruples, I'm finally leaving. Hans has not talked to me for a week. Father would not understand if I told him why I wanted to stay. My heart is so heavy. He wouldn't understand that you care about your brother and are worried about him? You're so strange to be home. I had never left home for such a long time before. Once we were alone, Hans did not stop talking. Words just leaped from his mouth. How we laughed at his excitement. He presented to me with a delightful little ballerina to replace the mammoth, he told me. I was so touched that I started crying. Distance has done nothing to harm the strong bond between us. Strange to pick up this diary once more. Oh, what is that? Okay, jump from 1933 to 1937. At first, my impulse was to tear it up, but I resisted and instead succumbed to my second desire, which was to write for a while. I am alone in my attic once more. I have been home for 2 months now, and after a summer spent living with the intense joy of being reunited with my brother, Hans has returned to the factory. Father has aged so, and Gertrude's arthritis causes her terrible pain. All in all, these last 4 years have been kind to Father and Hans. Their relationship is less tense. They still do not exchange much conversation, but they now have a thing in common: the factory. I'm even beginning to feel a bit jealous. Silly, really. Hans hasn't changed. To help Gertrude, he has designed a totally automated kitchen, and Gertrude can't stop moaning at the wooden puppets. Oh, how I adore them. I went to go and see Father and Hans. I went to go and see Father and Hans at work. I hadn't been to the factory for ages. It is strange how much it has changed. I was very curious to see them set about their tasks. I like Father's new office very much. Hans has a small workshop on the first floor, crammed with odds and ends, unfinished robots, and designs, exactly as I imagined it, in fact. So it's got to be deliberate that she keeps referring to them interchangeably as robots and automatons. The factory is working very well. Orders for toys keep coming in, spurred on by the run-up to Christmas. When I was at university and I said my name was Vorarlberg, people would ask me if I had any relation to the Valladolid factory. Now I know the effect that Hans' genius has had on the factory's renown. To make myself useful, I started helping Father set his papers in order. The most extraordinary thing of all is that for the first time, I have the impression that the three of us form a real family. We're all working together to make money, just like a family. Hans never ceases to surprise me. Between home and the factory, his behavior is so very different. In the workshop, he is serious, concentrated, a proper young man who keeps his eye on everything going on, consistently on the move and in control. One has the impression that each single toy is his very own infant. At home, he turns back into a child once more and is either a moody or a happy-go-lucky buffoon. The most wonderful Christmas of my whole life. Hans and I could not stop giggling like children beneath Father's disapproving glare. I know that he was only pretending, really. Our hearts are so full of hope. Hans came to see me in my bedroom yesterday evening. I felt terribly awkward, terribly ill at ease. I might have guessed. Hans wants to leave. Leave Valladolid. The house and the factory. He wants to go traveling. He doesn't know where to, or for how long. That's just like him. I was so shocked that I told him his plans were foolish. He left my room without a word, his head bowed. I thought that he wanted to leave because of Father. Not at all. It's because of the mammoths. He wants to go tracking mammoths. I thought he had gotten over his obsession. I know my brother only too well. I wouldn't dream of telling him his quest is useless. It isn't worth it. He will not listen to reason. I was so selfish the other evening. I returned to talk to Hans and ask him gently if he was sure of his decision. I already know what the reply is going to be. Nothing will make him change his mind. Despite my profound sadness and despair, I must help Hans fulfill the destiny he has chosen and announce the news to Father. I fear the worst. I think it's the only adventure game I see that does world building like it's the Elder Scrolls. It just gives you a giant fucking book. Uh, God, there's definitely other adventure games that give you a giant book. Um, I'm trying to think of them. They're definitely not. They're usually not the memorable ones. For some reason, the only thing that's coming to mind off the top of my head is the what's the claymation game? Is that the Neverhead or whatever? Which is not a book. It's an endless or not endless, but it's a very very long series of rooms that are just exposition, like murals. The worst was worse than my fears. Father's anger was terrifying. He shut Hans away in his workshop at the factory and has forbidden all visits except from Gertrude, who feeds him. You just imprisoned your son as a as a work slave? Father has decided that Hans should remain locked up for as long as it takes him to abandon his infantile decision. Gertrude tells me that Hans is very despondent yet highly resolute. The worry is driving me mad. As soon as Gertrude returns to the factory, I hasten to get news of my little brother. He doesn't say anything, he just fiddles with bits and pieces. She replies every day with a sigh. I've tried desperately to reason with Father, but I know I am just wasting my breath. Hans is 18 years old today, and he is all on his own for his birthday. Yeah, February 9th, 1938. How old is Hans in the present? He's quite old. So he'll be 20 in 1940. He was born in 1920. Yeah, so he's like 81 in 2001. In secret, Gertrude delivered to me a small robot from Hans. It's a robot of us as children. It works with a small cylinder punched with tiny holes. I quivered with emotion as I turned the key. The message it gave was simple. He was telling me he loved me very, very much. Gertrude gave me a different tiny cylinder for today's toy. Hans is truly incredible. He has found a means of communicating between us and us alone in total secret. I mean, if he can pass things to Gertrude, he could just write messages. I don't know that this is... I mean, it's a cool toy. It's not... My days are spent eagerly awaiting Hans' messages. He is now resolved to run away. He's preparing his escape like it was a game. Oh my... How much is this left? Okay, we're almost done. Gertrude returned, and she is beside herself. Hans has disappeared. Father's not even deigned to return to the workshop where he locked up his son, nor find out how he managed to escape. He just gave me a black look, as if he knew we were up to something behind his back. I guess, Gertrude couldn't read the messages. I guess that's the difference. But like, obviously, there are other means of that without little robots. It's beginning to dawn on me that Hans is gone. I miss him so much. Lord, please protect my little brother and watch over him for me. With Hans gone, Father now locks himself away night and day at the factory. The house is so gloomy now. This morning I caught Father in the drawing room installing a coffin on a trestle. The sight of it made my blood freeze. What on earth is he up to? My questions meet only with stony silence and a permanent black countenance. Behind closed curtains, the drawing room with the coffin surrounded by huge candles has become a veritable funeral chamber. Ghastly. I have just understood what Father is up to. This morning the priest came to pray before the coffin and I finally caught on. Father is in mourning for the death of Hans. Father made the priest believe that his son was dead. How could he do such a thing? In the madness occasioned by his grief, my father grows ever more cold and calculating. He contacted his old friend, Dr. Schmoll, who duly drew up a bona fide death certificate without even seeing the body. I dare not imagine what yarn he spun. Hans' funeral will be officially held next Sunday. Father strictly forbade me to attend. This sordid masquerade makes me feel ill, but I cannot denounce the subterfuge, or else I will display my father's mental instability to the world. The shame would kill him, that much is certain. I have to get away, far, far away. No, I will not leave. I have thought long and hard. My life is here, next to my father. He needs me too much now. The factory needs me, because Father is incapable of running it now. Besides, I can only find peace of mind among Hans's robots, and how shall I know when he has sent me new ones if I am not at home to receive them? No, I shall not leave. My destiny is to remain here and keep watch. That's fucked up. Okay. Now I gotta remember what the fuck we were actually trying to do. We're trying to get on the train. To do that, we need a release. Right, we need to go get this stamped, which is why we actually came up here, was to get the ink. No, no, I don't want that. I want return to game. Okay. Is there... Is that just... Okay, that's just moving between these two spots. Okay. Well, we got the ink, so I think we can actually go. Let's go do stuff. Shoot, which way is it? I think it's this way. Nope. I clicked outside the window. Yes, in here. Good thing I left this door open. No? Wait, what? How do... Oh, there we go. There we go. Do I need this stamped? I think I need this stamped. Let's make sure I don't need this stamped. Okay, I don't need that stamped. Come from this direction, I believe. Yep. I don't remember which one is the train station. I guessed correctly. I think? I think this is the train station. No. This is the train station. God, I forgot there's like the one music track for this section. Hello. Here's our robot friend. Our automaton friend.
Here. This is your stupid train release ratification, Oscar.
Thank you, Kate Walker. That is perfect.
There you are, Oscar. Does this mean we can leave now?
I cannot accept this ticket for the moment, Kate Walker. Keep it.
I don't understand why we can't leave. I'd hate to think it's me that's delaying the train like this.
I do not wish to appear impolite, Kate Walker, but I am afraid that not all departure conditions have been fulfilled.
If that's a joke, Oscar, it's not very funny. I really need to find Hans Vorarlberg as quickly as possible.
I have strict instructions to obey. There are 3 spaces in the luggage compartment that are designed to accommodate 2 very important objects. The train can only depart when they are in place. Please excuse me now. I must return to my departure preparations.
Oh, I wouldn't want to break it.
What are they?
It's me again, Oscar.
Hello, Kate Walker.
This train is amazing.
I am happy that you like it, Kate.
Oscar,
My reasoning mechanism does not permit...
why aren't we...
I must abide by regulation.
What are the 3 luggage
Don't
things?
beg for one...
You can't tell me what they are? You fucker?
There you are.
I can't...
I don't...
I do not wish to appear impolite.
If that's a joke...
I have strict instructions to obey.
3
There are 3
spaces.
spaces in the luggage compartment that are
2
designed to
very
accommodate
important
2 very important objects.
Oh, I...
Okay. Pulling up UHS. Fuck this shit. Why would they not? Why would he not tell me? Okay. I don't. Okay. So the things we have to get are the mammoth and they're the things that Hans made for Anna, and they go here, I guess. I don't know how you would be supposed to know that, because he won't tell you. I'm also actually not sure. I'm just gonna look where to even start, because I don't even know where to start. Okay. We had to go find Momo, which is the kid from the very beginning of the game who we have not seen again. I don't know where he is. I'm probably gonna look, but there's the other one is actually in the factory, which at least makes more sense. that's not the factory. This makes me miss the longest journey. Okay, so over here, over here, wait, what? No, not any of these. Uh, like, I really try. I would like to be able to not just like have to use a walk through this whole thing. Excuse me. I went over this and I didn't. It's fucking bullshit.
This thing's jammed.
What do you mean it's?
This thing's jammed.
What do you mean it's jammed? I just picked the goddamn thing up.
This thing's jammed. If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
Okay, this plays the music.
This thing.
Okay. What? Okay. This is yeah, really just Longest Journey had some bad puzzles when we were playing it, but like, this really puts it into perspective.
Mammoth. You draw mammoth for Momo?
Ah, Momo, it's you. You scared me.
Oh, I thought this was still cutscene.
What are you doing in here?
Momo want mammoth picture, like Hans picture.
Sorry, I haven't got a picture of a mammoth with me.
Take paper and pencil and draw mammoth for Momo.
You don't give up easily, do you?
She not notice Momo until turning on the light? I have no idea. I mean, we were over there. Momo wasn't there, so I have no idea.
You remember me, don't you? I'm Kate.
Draw mammoth for Momo, please.
You must find me a bit rude turning up places uninvited where nobody knows who I am. See, it's kind of my job, you know, to get involved. But don't mind me. Just carry on with what you're doing.
Momo not mind. Anna kind, never angry.
That's right. She won't be angry. Not now.
Oh, jeez! Kate!
What's going to happen to you now that Anna is gone?
Momo big now. They want Momo live at inn. Momo don't want. Momo take care of Momo.
From what I've seen, you look pretty resourceful. Tell me, Momo, did you come here a lot with Anna?
Mm-hmm. Anna like Momo. Anna like Hans. Anna on journey.
Do you know if Anna came here often with Hans?
Momo want Mama's picture, like Hans' picture.
It must be fascinating to live in a village full of automatons.
Automatons made by hands. Difficult work. When Momo big, he do like Hans. Momo friend of automatons.
Tell me, Momo, I met someone real interesting in the factory, a kind of robot called Oscar. Now, he told me about a train. Anna didn't tell you where it was going, did she?
Train! Train! Choo-choo! Choo-choo! Woo!
Momo, it's okay, it's okay. You're a sweet kid, Momo, but I can't draw, least of all mammoths.
Draw mammoth easy. Hans draw mammoth. Anna draw mammoth. Kate too.
I mean, maybe I could do a quick squiggle of a box, say, that has a mammoth inside.
No, Momo want a real mammoth.
My goodness, you are one stubborn boy. There's something I'm looking for, but I don't quite know what. I need a clue, anything that might tell me where Hans is. You want to help me, don't you?
First, you draw mammoth for Momo.
And if I help you, you help me, right?
Momo know Kate is kind. Kate draw mammoth for Momo. Then Momo take Kate's secret.
You've got a secret?
First, draw mammoth for Momo.
Momo, I've got to go now. But see you later, maybe.
Okay, let's look at what we're supposed to do, because I don't want to do this. What? Okay. Oh. What? Okay, no, it is. According to this, it is over here. But I literally. Oh, that. Oh my god, that's very faint. Okay. Oh, are we just gonna copy this? We're just gonna do a rubbing? Okay.
Thank you. Momo happy. Now follow Momo. Momo show his secret to Kate.
Are we seriously not gonna get any, like... Oh, okay, there he is. He's still there at the bottom. They didn't move him off the screen. Okay, there we go. Where are we going? Oh, this is new. This gate wasn't open, right? So he opened that for us. Wow. Where the fuck are we going? A boat? I mean, I guess we're not using the boat, but it's not interactable at all. Oh, hi, Momo. Where the hell are we?
There you are, Momo. This is some walk you've taken me on. I've got to say, though, it sure is mighty pretty.
Momo come here often. Momo like make splashing water.
Okay.
Right. Now we're here. What do we do?
Kate and Momo throw stones in water.
Momo, we're here because of the cave. Something to do with the cave.
Momo and Kate, friends.
Kate does not give a shit about you, kid.
Why have you brought me here?
Mammoth doll in cave. Very important for Hans, Anna say.
Cave? What cave? Where?
Momo not liar.
Okay.
Momo, I've got to go now. But see you later, maybe. I can't go that way.
Just, like, you can wade into that water a little bit. It looks very not deep. It looks very shallow. Also, you could probably jump it. It's not very far. Oh. I'm sure this is fine.
That must be broken. I've got to get a helping hand here. That must be... Momo, I've got something...
Momo,
Can you help me, please?
what do?
Help me open the dam.
Momo strong.
Great. I would like to get through this section.
Oops.
Thanks, kid. Yeah, just shove that in your pocket.
That looks broken.
You think? It looks broken? I... There's so much stuff in this game that's just like, it's like the worst part about it is that I don't know what's interactable. Is it just like this? Yeah, okay. So this is interactable apparently.
I could use one of the oars from this boat as a lever. But how am I ever going to get a hold of it?
Just step 1 foot into the water. For fuck's sake.
Ugh, that oar is all dirty and wet. Ugh.
Oh my god. New York lawyer over here.
Momo,
Momo,
I've moved the oar nearer. Be a good boy and carry it for me.
She's
Momo
such
said
an
yes.
asshole. I could get my hands dirty. But this kid... Like, the puzzles in this game would still be bad, and they're annoying, but I would definitely not need the walkthrough as much if I just had a button that highlighted all interactable things on the screen. It's just so hard, like just because I mean, part of it is like the cursor changes so little. It's like it's such a slight difference that like if you're just doing this, it's really hard to notice if you're like scanning.
Momo,
Momo,
can you help me, please?
what do?
I need a hand opening the dam.
Momo
Hi,
said
Elvek.
yes. Momo's strong.
It's the Disco Elysium game. I need to play that. Keep talking about it. Oh, but I haven't yet. Yeah, just shove that one out too. It's fine. There's no... This thing... It's gotta be so flimsy.
Momo very strong.
Thank you, Momo.
We need to tell everyone shuts about it. Shuts up. Yes, I figured. Okay. Okay, we have drained this creek, which I'm sure is totally fine. I'm sure that dam wasn't doing anything. Let's go into the deadly cave. I guess it's not deadly. Here's some cave art. Words are hard. And this is just lying here, I guess. Also, this is like 70 years old, and it's totally fine. So... Who's calling us?
Hello?
People did like it at the time, in the adventure game community.
Well, yeah, who did you think it was?
I didn't recognize your voice, that's all. Must be the distance or something. So, spill the beans. What's Europe like? You lucky lady, you. Honestly, I never get that kind of break.
Well, so far all I've seen of Europe is this tiny village, and frankly, they're not very hospitable. The whole case is getting really complicated. There's this surprise heir I've got to find.
I know. I talked to Lynn who bumped into Josh, and she had coffee with the head honcho this morning. He didn't sound at all happy. The client's meeting him tomorrow, and when Marston tells him that the sale's not even gone through yet, whoa, you're gonna be pleased you're on the other side of the ocean when that bomb goes off.
Yeah, I get the picture. But so, how about yourself? What's up at work?
We lost the Sarah Lou trial. I worked 5 months on that dumb case.
I remember.
So, for a bit of therapy, I went to Boomy's. The sale started yesterday.
Wow, lucky.
It was absolutely crazy, Katie. Absolute mayhem. You know that blue silk top I wanted? Guess how much I got it for?
I don't know, 250, 200?
$140. Just get yourself back here and I'll go down with you.
Like it's my choice. Look, I gotta go.
Call me soon, huh? I want a blow-by-blow account of every moment of your great adventure.
Get out of here.
It's a lot, Elvac.
Yeah, I will.
So the subtitles said that she went to Bloomingdale's, but I'm pretty sure the actual dialogue was that she went to Bloomies, which is very funny to me. Okay, so we have one of the items. Now we need the other one, and I don't actually know how to get it. Okay, how do I get this one? What other cylinder? Oh, right. Okay, so this is in the crypt. Okay, didn't we? Didn't we do all this? I feel like we did all this. Also, the big thing, Elvec, was we've done everything that we were told to do to get this train moving. Where the fuck is the exit on this screen? Oh, it's right here. And then the robot was like, "Oh, actually, there's 2 more items you need." What are those items? Fuck you, it doesn't tell you. So I had to look it up. One of them was that mammoth doll that I just got. Okay, so oh wait, no, we need to go to the crypt. Which is all the way out here. All the way at the other end. That's the other thing about this game, is there's a lot of traveling. A lot of just walking across screens. There's nothing on a lot of these screens. Okay, so the crypt is over here.
need a key.
Oh.
I can't go.
Okay, we didn't get the key, I guess. But we did everything else. A lot of adventure games had to have inexplicable world changes. Yeah, that's true. Um, it is a classic thing that, like, you go and do something and then that just happens to trigger something else to happen. It's just really...
No point.
Oh, I gotta go around. That's right. It's in the back. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like the finesse of adventure games is in the way that the construction of the logic is smoothed out, kind of communicated, you know, like with lots of dialogue and hints and stuff, sort of trying to point you in the right direction. So I guess some of the key is actually in here and I just missed it. I'm not sure. Wait, didn't we get... I swear we got a key from here. We got this, which then let us open this, right? Which is where we got the punch cards, which let us go up to the tower
This thing's
and
jammed.
play the funeral. Okay, so what... Excuse me. Okay, sure. To my successor, the Valladolid parish priest, the sanctity of confession is a sacred vow. These revelations are the result of much soul searching and reflection. Oh, goody! You could have a violate, priest privilege. Rudolf Vorarlberg knocked at my door, March 1938. I was a young priest then. I was overawed by the dominant personality of the town's most important figure. I remember it was raining that day, and beneath his dripping hair, Monsieur Vorarlberg's face was the very expression of eternal pain itself. Gritted teeth, his eyes swimming with grief, he announced that his son Hans had just died. He wanted me to come immediately to bless the body. I entered the dark drawing room at the family home. Hans' coffin sat in the middle, sealed shut. Sir Vorarlberg saying that he wanted no one to see the body of his son. Hans' badly mangled corpse had been discovered at the bottom of a precipice. It was presumed that he had slipped and fallen badly. Despite his 18 years of age, the young Vorarlberg did not have all his faculties. I believed him. I led the funeral and officiated the mess and burial. We buried Hans Vorarlberg with all the dignity and solemnity befitting such a tragedy. Life indeed hangs by a thread, and I would surely have forgotten this episode. Only several years later, after her father's death, Anna Vorarlberg had an accident at the factory and nearly died. Such a close call with death seemed to awaken her a need to confess. What I heard that day would haunt my dreams thereafter. She told me that the body of her younger brother Hans was not at rest in the family tomb for the simple reason that he was still alive. I had blessed and sanctified an empty coffin. I had assisted and sanctioned a masquerade staged by Rudolf Vorarlberg himself to exorcise the blind hatred he felt for his son. His son had left, and he felt betrayed. A man who preferred to believe and make others believe his son was dead rather than accept this truth had shamefully deceived me. What kind of priest was I, and what kind of priest would I become? This doesn't really sound like you did anything wrong. Our merciful Father alone will be my judge. It is my duty to inform you that one of your flock is still unaccounted for. I leave this terrible secret in your hands to do with what you will. Uh,
No point.
no, I just want you to leave. I just didn't remember which door it was, Kate. Hi, Dio. Because like one of the things with puzzles, I think that is with this game is it's like it's very unclear. Sometimes, you know, there's mechanisms that you can mess with there and you just need to do a thing. And sometimes you need to go find something else and it's pointless to mess with it. And it's not very clear which is which, and uh that makes me just not want to mess with anything because I'm like, well, I'll just go look for, you know, unless it's really clear that you can't mess with it. Makes me want to go try and find other stuff, but yeah, it's just bad puzzle design or bad like communication. I mean, it is part of the design, but it's like it's not. I think people tend to look at like the actual logic of how, you know, use this on this and this on this and like that part as puzzle design. But like I don't think that's really the most important thing. I think it's a lot more about the communication around the puzzles that causes problems. Yeah, let's just crack open this coffin. I mean, it's empty, so it's fine. Mountainfall kills local figure. Rudolf Wahlberg discovered the lifeless body of his son Hans at the bottom of a precipice. Probably the cause of the young man's fall. 3 put forward by the families. There were no witnesses. This is not the way that this would be written, I feel like. He's still a well-known figure as the future of Wahlberg manufacturing lay in his hands. Anna becomes the sole inheritor. Why would that be mentioned? Okay, so we got a little cylinder from there. Why is this cylinder in there? I don't know. Why is this cylinder something we need? I don't know. I mean, I know what it's for, but I don't understand why it does the thing that it does. Just help us get those figures in the office. Ooh.
Hans, where are you hiding? We've got to go home. We're late. Very late. Anna, over there. What do you mean, over there? Please, Hans, we've got to go. It's a secret. You've got to swear. Okay. I, Anna Vorarlberg, swear to my brother Hans to never ever mention this to anyone. It's right there. You see?
But it's dark in there.
Oh god.
Don't worry, I took a lantern.
Oh no. I don't like these
You
little
won't feel so clever
children.
when Father notices you've stolen one of his lanterns. Oh, I'm all covered in mud because of you.
Look, Anna. Look.
I've seen paintings like this in a library book. They're like
You swore, Anna. It's a secret between you and me. Hey, look. There's something else up there.
Oh, come on.
It's like a toy. I have to have it. Give me some light.
But Hans, it's much too high. Do be careful, Hans. Hans, be careful.
For weeks, my brother lay in a coma, hanging between life and death. And then one morning, he opened his eyes. But I knew he would never be the same.
So Hans made this cylinder.
Never did return to the cave. And to this day, I have never ever betrayed our secret.
Okay, I think we might be ready. Let's go see if Oscar is like, actually, Miss Walker? Miss Kate Walker? I need one more thing before we can leave. The weirdness of those characters in the flashback did remind me of like the weirdness of what like April looks like in some of the longest journey cutscenes. I don't know, there's just so like for some reason animation from this era for these things just looks real goofy. Animation is hard. It's fair. Okay, I mean, this goes on one of the... Wait, what? Is this... Does this not...
These shelves look as if they're made for valuable objects.
Yeah. Do I need to give them to Oscar? For him to put there? Like, that's what goes there. No. Okay. God. Pull this fucking thing up again because, like, what the fuck? You gotta be kidding me. Okay. just so many little things in this game. Like, yeah, just like the specific. Okay, this you can put here. Oh, I guess you put it over here.
These shelves look as if they're.
Red comrades save the galaxy. Okay. I'll have to write that down.
I don't need that.
Okay, I guess they go on there and then they get moved to the other shelves. Oh,
It's me again.
Hello.
Don't.
I need to give him my train ticket.
There you are, Oscar. Does this mean we can leave now?
I cannot accept this ticket for the moment, Kate Walker.
I don't understand.
I do not wish to appear impolite, Kate.
If that's a joke.
I have strict instructions to obey.
Oh,
What the fuck? Oh. Okay, I actually misread the walkthrough. These go here. Also very funny that they have to go into specific ones. Okay. Then those go over there. So he says there's 3 things and then actually says, well, he says there's 3 spaces for 2 things. There's 4 spaces because there's 4 things, but whatever.
there you are, Oscar. Does this mean we can leave now?
I cannot accept this ticket.
I don't.
Everything is in order, and an engineer prides himself.
On punctuality. Yes, Oscar, I remember. But what now? But what's up, Oscar? Why haven't you returned to your engine room?
If I may be so bold as to express a personal opinion on this matter, Kate Walker,
I'm all ears, Oscar.
I fear we have omitted to wind up the locomotive springs.
Is that all? Then let's do it, for Christ's sake.
I'm afraid I have no notion of how to implement this function, Kate Walker. It would seem that the makeshift completion of my production process is responsible for a lack of instruction on this matter.
Okay, right. I'll see to that myself then. I mean, a wind-up train can't be that complicated. You wait there. I won't be long.
Thank you, Kate Walker.
Oh my god. I don't even know where to go. There's something to like where, you know, they've accurately depicted or accurately corresponded Kate's increasing annoyance, where she's just like, "What the fuck now, Oscar?" But it's like, you find yourself needing to do that, because you're like, "Oh, the player's gonna be very frustrated. We should have the player character also act frustrated." Maybe just don't do the thing. How do I wind up the locomotive? Okay. Somewhere out here, maybe. Hey, buddy. No, I can't even talk to you. Kate Walker does not talk to janitors. That looks like something. No? Oops. Oh, what's this? Sure. Can't believe no one figured out this kind of train power. All you gotta do is wind them up. Hello?
Kate, it's me again.
Dan, I was gonna call you.
Yeah.
Are you mad at me?
I've just called Marson and Lormont. They told me you weren't expected to return this week.
Oh, this asshole.
Oh, yeah.
So when are you coming home?
I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it. The situation is kind of tricky, you know. At the beginning of next week, I hope.
Yeah, whenever.
Dan, please. Just hang in there, okay? The stakes are higher than I thought. And you know how much I love this job.
I suppose it's neither here nor anywhere to you that the Goldbergs are going to...
It is. I mean, it isn't. I mean, this really isn't the moment.
It is
You know
not.
I'm thinking about.
Fuck
I
you.
love you, sweetheart, and I'll give you a call when I have some news. Promise.
Oh,
Go now.
God, I
I've got
forgot
a
about
train
this
to catch.
guy.
A
He's...
train? Where are you off to now? This is crazy, Kate.
To tell you the truth, I've no idea. Love you, honey. You know that.
Kate!
All this guy wants is for his, girlfriend? Wife? I don't know? To come back so that she can go to a business dinner with him to impress his clients or something. Like...
Right. Everything is in order then. The train is finally ready to leave.
I am most terribly embarrassed. Such ignorance on my part is inadmissible. I hope you still have confidence in my abilities, Kate Walker. Please return to your seat and we can leave.
Finally.
The train of the future! How did they lay this giant railroad, assuming that this railroad goes to Syberia? Like, is this a private railroad across all of Europe? Or does it just hook onto actual railroads and just... I mean, I don't... Oh my god, these bridges. Do they have permission to drive a private train on this railroad if it's not their railroad? There was a bed. I feel like you shouldn't sit in that chair the whole time. This doesn't look like Syberia. Oh, she got her luggage. That's
No point
good.
weighing myself down.
From the hotel. Did she check out of the hotel?
Where are we, Oscar?
At the halls of residence of Barockstadt University.
Germany?
And do we really have to stop here?
The situation is incompatible with the pursuit of our journey.
What are you waiting for then? Wind them up. Find a way. There must be some sort of train winding thing just laying around in this weirdo station.
I have seen nothing that fits that description, Kate Walker.
I guess we'd better find out then.
I do not like this station. The atmospheric humidity is detrimental to my sophisticated wheel workings. I will wait for you inside the train.
Wimp.
Off.
This train might be a wonder of technology, but the engine's limited autonomy is a liability. You got to admit that.
I am afraid I refuse to entertain this consideration.
I don't
Kate
know what
Walker.
she means by limited autonomy. Like,
Oscar, there's no way you could help me find a way to wind the train back up again?
Rust awaits my every movement if I leave this train, Kate Walker. And what would you do with a rusty engine driver?
Not a lot, I suppose. Oscar, we have a serious problem. How can we carry on our journey if this train doesn't want to budge? What are our options?
Every clock has its key, Kate
Kate
Walker.
Walker.
Keep looking.
Well, I hope you're right. I'm gonna go see what I can find. Oscar, see you later, alligator.
In a while, Kate Walker.
So I wonder if there's. Do you think there's gonna be actual? What the fuck is this place? Think there's gonna be actual plot stuff here, or is this just purely a puzzle thing added? You know, you would think there would be plot, but I'm starting to distrust this game. Wow. Let's go check out the other way. Oh, wow. This is a big area. Maybe. At least it seems like it is. It's got a lot of screens. Hello?
Hello.
You ride by train, I see.
Yes, I've come from Valladolid.
It's been a long time since I've seen a train here. Students, did you bring students with you?
No, I traveled alone. Well, almost alone.
I remember around the start of fall, the train would bring kids from all around the world here to study zoology and botany, paleontology, and all that stuff. This was a great university.
And it isn't still great today, then?
Today, well,
Have you been the station master of Barukstadt for a long time?
I've never had another job. Now, you tell me, are you in charge of this train?
No, I mean, I'm not sure.
So what's your thing here? You come here to do some bookworming over at the university?
Well, sort of. I'm always looking for new information.
Well, you don't seem to know a lot. And about that train, it's gonna get in the way if you leave it there, that's for sure.
In
What?
fact, I'm a lawyer and I'm conducting a pretty unusual investigation.
Investigation, huh? Hey, you know, I'm just a station master. I don't know too much about anything.
Well, you never know. Anybody could be significant in this case.
See, nobody actually tells me anything, so my hands are totally clean.
I never implied they weren't. You don't know where I might find equipment to wind up my train springs, do you?
Not in this station, that's for sure. And I would know. You might want to try near the wall. So, thinking staying for long, miss?
No. I mean, I don't know, actually. 1 or 2 days tops. You see, I've got to wind my train back up so that I can continue my journey.
Perfectly normal thing to tell someone.
Stay here too long,
I'm
I might get in
gonna
trouble.
wind my
So you
train
stop
back
and
up.
leave again. That's the rule. Besides, your machine's disturbing the birds.
Maybe you could take me up to this wall? If there were two of us, we could find what I need to wind up my train even quicker.
Miss, forgive me, I gotta stick by the rules. You know, I have to man the station. I don't want to get into trouble with my superiors at the university. You understand?
This feels like such an adventure game character.
I feel like
It's
I've
just
lost my way a
complete
little here.
nonsense.
I could really do with your help.
Hey, anything I can do, miss, you just let me know.
Just a weird, like, series of, like, dialogue ticks with no... Uh, I have no idea what's going on here.
The name Hans Vorarlberg doesn't mean anything to you by chance, does it?
Oh, do you really think I'd remember one little name from the thousands that pass through this station?
I'm sorry to junk up your station like this, but the spring mechanism on my train needs winding.
A spring-operated locomotive. There's a thing.
Yeah, and an impractical thing, too.
Yeah, I always dreamed of taking a train. But now, I'm over the hill. And someone has to take care of the birds, after all.
All these birds in a station. It's amazing.
This is no ordinary station, miss. Oh, no. These birds are part of the prestigious University of Barockstadt Ornithological Collection. Over the years, this aviary has housed some of the most fantastic species from all over the world. And I am not exactly your typical station master either. This little world is my responsibility, and that is no easy task.
I can well believe you.
And you know what's the hardest? The hardest thing is to keep interspecial harmony. And one day some explorer introduced a couple of cuckoos from the Amazon. Whoa!
It wasn't a good idea?
A nightmare. You know, cuckoos lay their eggs in the nests of other species, right? Now, what's more, they also push the host's eggs out of the nest so that they receive all the mother's attention, right? Accursed cuckoos. Nightmare.
I see what you mean. That's one tricky bird. And there was nothing you could do to stop it?
The faculty declared the bird a protected species. If it wasn't for our mechanical eagle, we were sitting on a major ornithological catastrophe.
You have an automaton here?
A wonder of technology. It's an eagle that's mounted on rails in the air. It passes through and it swoops down to collect parasite eggs. But heck, the dang eagle's been out of order for several years. Impossible to collect the eggs myself.
Why not?
I can't climb up the gangway. I fell off it several months back and I still have a pain in my spine. Not to mention the vertigo I've been getting. I only have to look up in the air. Whoa.
You poor soul. That must be very hard.
Worst thing is, cuckoo eggs piling up in the nests. Soon the rectors are gonna notice. There's trouble in store, big trouble. I'm worried. Yep, worried.
I won't disturb you any longer, Mr. Station Master.
Welcome to Barockstadt, miss.
I can't go that way.
What?
No point. It's locked.
The doors to leave the station are locked. Does that concern you at all?
No point.
Gesellschaft der Östlichen Werkstätter schließen?
I need a key.
Well, or some quarters. Case of problems, contact the following number. 2766-6742.
That looks broken.
It's locked.
No point. It's locked.
That's... okay, I guess that's below us? Trying to get her to run and she just refuses. Ausschließen equals east locks. That makes sense. Is this a canal? I mean, it kind of looks like it's got a canal alongside the railroad. It's not a very big canal. So... wait, I need to get over here. Yeah, the railway canal, you know, you get off the canal and get on your train, or vice versa. Okay, let's go up here. We do have this claw that we picked up. I don't know what that... oh, these won't let us... okay. We can't climb up here because of these fucking birds. Okay, well... no? Okay, what am I missing? I feel like there must have been something back here that I just didn't... because of the dumb... how difficult it is to... yes, you can have Momo scare them. No? Okay, well. Let's see here. Barakstadt. Why are all the doors in this something it needs to do? Oh my god, okay. Doors will suddenly unlock after we find the machine. What? Okay. Oh, right. I just forgot about the one way that we hadn't gone because there's too many ways to go. So I actually could have gotten this, but it just said you just have to go this way. We don't actually have to do anything with it yet. Can we actually go this way? No, we actually have to do it from the other side. I forgot the one part that did actually look like an exit that wasn't blocked. Which was out here. Yeah. Mammoths! Hmm. What the hell? Why is there like a bombed out city block here?
That thing looks like the winding machine I used in the Valladolid station. I've got to find a way of getting the train up here.
Does it look like that? Apparently now the doors will be unlocked. So that's fun. I don't think this is what the winding thing looked like, but maybe we just didn't get a good look at it. This is so weird. Is this like a historically preserved, destroyed set of buildings? Like, I don't understand. So how are we supposed to move the train to the thing that helps us move the train?
Kate Walker! Kate Walker! Come over here, please! I have something to say to you!
Okay, Oscar. Take care. Don't get rusty.
Yes, Oscar, what is it?
A message has arrived for you.
From where?
Message?
You have been summoned to see the rectors. They are the highest authority at the university. They want to talk to you.
Talk to me?
Yes, to the person responsible for the train.
So, I'm in charge now. Sure, okay. But why would these gentlemen want to see me at all?
They do not say why, just that it's very important.
Get your train out of our goddamn station. You don't have permission to be here. Oh, I think I need to... Well, actually, no, I think the doors are this way. Right? Yeah, I think they're up here. There, these are open now. No. Wow. Whoa. Did we just... Oh yeah, we don't actually get to like stand on this screen. Okay. The actual screen with the mammoths. Just a real quick, Oh, hey, there's somebody up here. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, baby, you party? You sure looking mighty fine. Love those big round eyes.
What?
Just who do you think you are?
Hey, spunky. I'd like that in a lady. Okay, I'm hooked. Come on, Zol. I'll let you buy me that coffee.
I don't remember ever asking.
Hey, don't play hard to get. I know you like it big time.
Listen, kid. Go back home and play with your toy cars and forget you ever saw me.
I don't know what I thought this game was going to involve, but it wasn't this. It is a cool building. This is huge. I did not expect this to be a huge area. Hello? Where the fuck are these rectors? You can't talk to the sleeping guy? Like, we must talk to you, it's very important. Okay, but where the hell are you?
It's locked.
Like, send us have somebody wait at the train to guide us. There are 2 more after this one. You mean games? Two more Syberias. Oh, there's a 4th one that's in development, I think. Although I guess I don't know what's gonna happen with that now without Oh, okay, these must be the guys.
Good day to you, gentlemen.
Tell me, young lady, to what do we owe this pleasure?
Please do be brief. We do not have very much time on our hands.
As rectors of this university, we have serious matters to attend to, and our time is precious.
I have heard you wish to meet the owner of the train that is currently in your station. May I know the reason for your summons?
We are surprised that your train has not yet left, miss. The situation is most regrettable.
The rules do clearly state that trains are meant to come and go and not remain stationary at a platform.
Trains should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
We agree then, dear colleagues, that what we're dealing with is deviant behavior.
This matter really is cause for concern.
It's a clockwork train, you see? So it needs winding up again. Unfortunately, there is no equipment in the station to do this.
A clockwork train? That's strange.
How very quaint. You mean it's some sort of mechanical toy?
You are causing a hindrance to us, miss.
I am very hopeful that I will find what I need along the wall.
The wall? Miss, that really is not a suitable place for you to go.
Especially for a young lady.
Fuck is
We
this?
freely admit that every day we praise the existence of that particular edifice. We owe the integrity of our dear university and the fine education it provides to the wall.
It protects us from harm and invasion from the unknown.
May God protect us from
What?
what's beyond those ramparts, miss. Please believe me.
I don't have any choice. I must continue my journey.
Such a decision is a correct one since it's in line with regulations.
Thus, your train will indeed be able to leave.
Oh, hi,
And
Dio.
consequently cease to obstruct our station.
He really does, Elfac. It's so weird to introduce. Like the setup is like, you know, Kate Walker is this incredibly boring pedestrian rich person. She's a New York lawyer, and she's just in a complete, like, her interactions with with like the characters on the phone, like characters from her world, are just completely normal people who mostly seem to be assholes. And then Valladolid is a little weird, but it's like, oh, it's this quaint little European town that's sort of trapped in the past, and there's like reasons for it. And then we just like we it's just weird to move here, and the little bits that, yeah, it just becomes this is just completely surreal. That is true, SL, that a lot of serious adventure games have stock comedy characters in them. It just feels tonally absolutely jarring. It's French. Because it's like, why is this place weird? Like, Valladolid had a reason why it was weird.
Walker, haven't we already had a Miss Walker? Ethnology Masters, September 1953, if my memory serves me correctly.
Perfectly well, my dear colleague. But if I may be so bold, it was a Mr. Walker and not a Miss. It was Bill Walker, sat this June 68 exams. The impudent fool turned up for the oral assessment in jeans, flouting strict internal regulations which explicitly state the required uniform for the occasion.
Pure incitement. It was scandalous. Sadly, we have seen worse since. Young people lack all respect of traditional values.
Tradition, young lady. One must always uphold tradition.
Excuse me.
Miss, we find ourselves terribly put out by the presence of your train in our station and by its recurrent immobility.
Indeed, the situation is very regrettable. Your huge locomotive is very cumbersome.
A train should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
I think there are like there clearly are successful dramatic adventure games. Also, obviously, there are a lot of comedic ones that are, and I think it is easier to do the comedic ones. Um, and I think you can have like you can have things that are dramatic that have comedic characters within them. It's just you do have to like be conscious of what you're doing with your tone.
That idea of the station aviary is really very original.
It's the pride of our university. One of the specialties taught here is zoology, you see, and more particularly, ornithology. Proper study and instruction should not be limited to books. Observation of living matter is indissociable from theoretical questions.
It contains some very rare specimens that have been brought back from far away exotic countries, especially for our university, by the world's most intrepid explorers.
There you go.
Do you
Come
remember
up there.
Alexander Valenbois and his peculiar bird?
Absolutely. His gift produced some very embarrassing long-term consequences.
A poison chalice indeed. It must be said the situation could have been much worse, however.
Oh, yes, it could have been terribly problematic.
Maybe they revised a lot for plot and forgot to consider tone. Yeah, that's possible. I think it's also true that, like SL said, like, there's just a lot of adventure games that have characters like this in it, and like the Station Master guy. Like, it's just sort of a thing that adventure games have these characters in them. Without, and then it's like, oh, it's just an adventure game. They have people like this, without, even if you're like making a game where it doesn't make sense to have people like this in it.
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean anything to you by chance?
Ah, one of the brightest, most idealistic intellects to have graced our university. Hans Vorarlberg. I remember speaking to him once. I was still a student at the time. He just stared at me, lost in thought for a while. He scarcely ever said a word. But how can one forget him?
Idealistic? I'll grant you that. But bright? Oh, don't go too far. He was completely incapable of passing any exams. All he ever did was to sit in on lessons, and not many of them either. Paleontology, mainly. He had an unhealthy passion for mammoths, which matched the state of his intellect perfectly. That is to say, prehistoric.
Prehistoric? How dare you? A little far-fetched, maybe. But he did have flashes of intellectual brilliance, comprehensible only to high-minded scholars who hold no score by appearances. My dear colleague, your hasty conclusions are somewhat cavalier.
My assessment is wholly accurate. The boy was a little odd. You must concur if my father, who was rector of the university at the time, had not shown great indulgence towards him. Hans Vorarlberg would have never attended this establishment.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like it's multiple writers, definitely.
Even after all these years, you are still jealous of it.
My dear colleagues, I beseech you, let's show some decorum. We have a visitor. What do you want with Hans Vorarlberg, miss? Are you a member of his family?
No, not at all. I'm looking for him to clear up an inheritance matter. Is he still here?
What? Here? At the university? No, not at all. He left a long time ago. Yes, a very long time ago. The very year I was nominated to this position, in fact. Almost 50 years ago already.
The poor soul moved on once he learned all he needed to know about mammoths.
Ah, this establishment was never quite the same after his departure, it must be said.
You mean to say it was never as bad? All that oddball brought to this university was his misplaced fantasies.
Gentlemen, let's try to retain the calm and level-headedness that befits our position.
You see, I didn't actually intend to stop here, but the springs of my train gave up, you see?
No, not really. You mean to say you're not a student?
You have arrived a little late in the term, miss. Enrollment for this year has already terminated.
But as rectors of this university, and therefore representatives of its highest authority, we could bend the rules a little, if you like.
You don't understand. I'm a lawyer from New York, or rather Valladolid more precisely. My client wants to buy out an old mechanical toy factory, but its heir isn't actually dead and is living somewhere in Syberia. I've got to get to him to sign the sales contract. You see?
Not really.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, lady.
A kerfuffle of the highest order.
We have
Kerfuffle?
an excellent law school, if you should ever change your mind.
Kerfluffle?
Can you possibly help me out here?
No.
Miss, your insistence is almost verging on indecency.
We cannot constantly be at your disposal. We have many other requests to attend to.
If you don't mind, could you not disturb us all the time? Thank you.
Here we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Thank you for a charming visit.
I mean, I think I could have left a long time ago. But yes, it is just like it's a part of the nature of like the way they've done the dialogue system, right? That you can ask everyone about everything. But you don't know what's going to be relevant. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of these systems. I would kind of prefer that you just narrow it down to what is relevant to particular characters. Like obviously there's advantages to and a kind of verisimilitude to letting you just ask anyone about anything you know about. I think it works in like Morrowind better than it does in like this game. I think I'm gonna end it. I mean, it's sort of early, sort of not. It's early in that we started an hour late, so I would normally be going an hour later, but this is like the normal end time. But this game is kind of exhausting. I mean, I think I'd be fine. Normally, I've just also been very busy today. It's so weird. I mean, this area is cool looking. I will give it that. And I'm kind of curious. I didn't know that mammoths were such a big deal. I'm kind of curious what that, like, how that. I don't understand what role that's gonna play. I'm kind of curious. But yeah, I'll come back next week and we'll keep playing this game for as long as it doesn't become too insufferable. But I'm still curious. I'm still interested. And then tomorrow, okay, so tomorrow is going to be kind of a run of things. Well, more so for me, I guess. But so tomorrow we have Mega Aquarium. In the morning or afternoon, depending on what time zone you're in. Then we're gonna take a little break. Then we're gonna watch the last 2 episodes, the finale, the wild finale of Pillars of the Earth miniseries. And then we're gonna take a little break, and then we're gonna play Civ 4 Fall from Heaven multiplayer, or try to. Hopefully that works. We'll see. But it's all going to be kind of not a lot of time between those things. Gonna be an adventure. It is gonna be an adventure. So yes, please come hang out for some of that or all of that if you're really up for it. Tomorrow, rest of the stream. So I need to update the stream schedule, but there is the Twitch schedule. It is. Oh. You can follow the channel for notifications. You can sub to the channel for emotes of those cats, which are no longer on stream, but they were both earlier. You can join the Discord. Is the bot up? Yeah, it's up. You can follow the Twitter account. Appreciate everybody hanging out, chatting. This is fun. I hope you guys had fun. Hope you join me again in the future. Good night.